Hello everyone, I just wanted to add this into the video before I get it uploaded, but it's been about 3-4 days and these nets have done really well. We haven't gotten any more nibbles and it's easy to, plenty of sun gets through, it's easy to water, so definitely worth the time. So here's back to the original video. Alright, thanks. We have a problem. It's right there. You see that? Somebody has been eating our Brussels sprouts, munching on our lettuce, and our turmeric didn't come back, which I think the turmeric didn't come back because it's way too cold here in the winter, but we still have the same problem. Our broccoli's been snacked on, and whatever this is, sweet pepper. So we're gonna put some netting up. We bought some from Amazon. We're gonna give it a try in this bed. You can kind of see our little seed starting set up here. We've just planted some peas and beans. We just trying to see if we can get any of these tomatoes to pop up. We know it is late in the season and all that, but we just wanted to give it a shot, get some of this mint potted up, and maybe we'll give it to a friend so it can spread all over their yard. Kind of share the love. But this netting is what we bought from Amazon, Max Pace. What it is, it's a fully adjustable, fully bendable setup here. So we'll see how those link together, how we got to crimp the little metal tabs in if we find it necessary. But what we want to do is we wanted to get a, not quite insect proof, but at least a deterrent for rabbits and things like that. And Neko doesn't munch too much on the broccoli, but he's not out here all the time, so we can't stop the rabbits and the groundhogs and the woodchucks from snacking on our stuff, because there's a lot of I'm trying to remember what this is. Oh, Brussels sprouts. So like you see that one Brussels sprout down there was actually nibbled up, but these haven't been, and I don't know if they were planted early enough and the rabbits weren't out yet, so now these plants are old enough that they don't taste as good to rabbits and stuff. But still, we'd like to practice setting the hoops up on this and getting the net over it, so then we can try on this other bed, which we've already had some snacking on that, and some other areas, because it was pretty cheap, relatively cheap. I think for that whole kit is about 40 bucks. But it'd be nice just to, for one, get this up to protect it during the summer when they first start sprouting, and then in the winter, if we could, or the early spring, late summer, early winter, if we could actually put the kind of the poly over it and turn it into a greenhouse and maybe extend the life. So things like that sweet pepper, any hot peppers, will have enough of a season to fully ripen. So we're gonna get this thing out of the box and we'll show how it's set up. So I don't have a clamp thingy for my phone, so I'll just have to show you like this. So this is 3 sections put together, and we have these little deals that connect them. And the problem with them is that they're loose. They're very loose. So a lot of people complained on Amazon about getting a crimper. You can see here I crimped it. Took me 2 hands to bend the steel, but you can see that there. I guess if I use 2 hands I might be able to pull it apart, but I just used regular snips and just crimped it down, so that's no problem. And the idea is that if you get, the more of these you get together, the easier it is to bend, but you always want to bend at this point, not this point. So if that makes sense, if you had 3 in a row, the center piece would bend. If you had 5, there'd be one in the center that would bend. Same with 7 and every other odd number. And we're gonna get enough of these together. We're gonna get it tall enough so we can jam it into this first corner here on the right side, and then we'll probably have one in another pair in the center, and at the end we want to jam it down, bend it over and jam it down to get probably about 3 feet would be nice. I mean 2 feet would be okay. Just trying to guesstimate how tall the plants will be in there. We know we have a tomato, so But those hoops are going to be in the ground, and we're just going to place the netting over it, and then they clamp on to the rod through the fabric like this. There's even a pretty fancy picture here. I'll get in here, show you. You can see those clamps just go right on top there. We have on the net itself, there's a number of other clamps and nets that you can use. But yeah, we're gonna clamp it on top, and then on the sides we'll just, you know, throw a rock or one of those giant footstep things we've been making, just to deter. We're not trying to secure it like a greenhouse. We're just trying to keep away random rabbits and stuff that like to come through and eat our stuff. Crunch. Oh, those are my joint. Those are my thumb bones. Are you recording me?
Yep.
Ah. Oh my God, it's gonna be so big. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Did it fall apart?
No.
Alright, tried to like lay it out so people can get an understanding of what it is, but this netting with those clamps and all that costs $25, and it's officially 10 foot wide to this corner. If we can get it to spread out without the wind taking it, that makes sense. So 10 feet by 39.4 feet. So we'll be cutting it off somewhere right here, maybe, because we only need to cover that small little bed. And then I guess we'll just keep going, because it's going to be a real pain to try and get all that back together, fold it up without making a mess. So $25 for that and the clips. It's pretty, here I'll show you on this Hascap what it looks like. If you just use it to throw around a tree or anything like that, it definitely would work. Plenty of sun would get through, but birds and whatever else wouldn't be able to get through. So pretty nice material. So we ended up flipping it around and using the 10 foot width, because this is whatever, it's longer, it just makes more sense that way. And we're giving it plenty of extra hangover. I'll basically cut it right along that line here. That way we can roll it up underneath, under all of them, and we can adjust it if we need to, like if we need to bring the center up or something like that. And we also, if we didn't have this squash plant on the outside, we probably would have done it the other direction, but it still kind of makes sense to just cut in the long lengths rather than trying to cut a chunk out of it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think it makes sense. So we're going to snip this down, tidy this up, and then we'll move on to another bed. So this is where we've got to today, and we're not sure if we're going to use these anti-dig plates. They're just a stake, double-headed stake that you can fit through this to increase the surface area. However, it does kind of dig holes into the thing, and that would stop anything from coming in. Like, let's say we did it here, that would stop anything from like digging under, because it'd be so tight to the ground. However, I'm not sure if I want to do that much damage. And also, for access to it, maybe we could use those little plates on the back end, right? And then we just open the back side. But I kind of just prefer trying out my luck, having a couple of things weight down the net, and just let it loose like that. I mean, I don't see, well, it's not like I have deer that come through here and step on stuff and break stuff. I just have a couple of rabbits, maybe a groundhog or something that I need to discourage from coming here. So they're going to leave it right there. Well, like I said, 25 bucks. They'll snap together pretty quick. You just use a pair of snips to pinch these so that they don't slip out. And it's not like they like fly apart or anything. Once you install it, you wouldn't even have to really, you don't really need to do that, but it makes it a little bit easier to move around. So thank you for watching, and we'll see how this fabric holds up in the summer heat, and with us kind of getting in there every once in a while to check on stuff. So thank you for watching. The birds in the trees, thank you for watching. And the birds under the trees, thank you for watching. Alright, see you next time. Bye-bye.